We're getting pretty close to the end of the season. Hey everyone, welcome to Princess of Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we're here with episode 26 of Big City Greens. And like I said in the cold open, we are getting pretty close to closing out this season. There's 30 episodes in season 1. I don't know about the subsequent seasons, but we're getting close. And I think we might end up doing some double episodes. I don't know if it's just going to be for 29 and 30 or if we're going to do like 27 and 28 as well. I don't know right now. But I'm thinking I want to kind of start to get ready to close the season out. We've been like working on this season for quite a while, on and off here and there. And I think I'm ready to like get this like finished up. But we still have some more episodes to go. I'm just curious as to how the season's going to end as well. Because is it going to end like on a big like episode or two-part episode? Like, are we going to have like some kind of big plot point happen? Because we already got like the mom back into things, Nancy. We already got her back into the family dynamic and all. I'm just curious. But I'm hoping that at least one of these episodes beforehand, I'm sure one of them will, but I'm hoping that at least one of them has some good focus on Gloria, and not just showcasing her, but I want to actually have her, like, have another good moment here. Like when she had the moment with Cricket in her apartment and everything, and you got to learn a lot more about her and got to see a lot more depth about her. I want another moment like that with Gloria. I want like things to get a little more serious, things to get a little more personal with her. Because I think those are some of the best parts of this series so far, when we touch on the more personal, serious subject matter. And I think we could really do with some more like big Gloria focus. And I think that I'm not just saying this even because she's my favorite character. I'm saying this because I think that genuinely some of this Gloria stuff we've gotten has been some of the best content in this season. Because I'm honestly not watching as much for the comedic stuff as I am for the more serious character building moments. Because that's just how I tend to enjoy most media. So I'm hoping for the best here. But we'll see. And we're going to see like right away, because we're just going to get right into this and find out what this episode and its two segments has in store for us. So let's get it going. Hold up just a sec. Before you click that link down in the description below to get to today's video, I want to remind you of all the awesome content we have both on this channel and the Princess of Gaming channel. Let's check it out. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. This was fine. Like, I'm not, like... I don't feel like either of these segments were particularly that great. They were just fine. They weren't bad. They just kind of existed. I'm sorry for, like, having that cut in the reaction, by the way, because of my idiocy accidentally stopping the recording before, but yeah. It really just, it was a really mediocre episode. Really middle of the road. The dentist thing, it's like, was just, as generic of a dentist plot as they could have done with this show. Like, I understand, like, this show is mainly marketed to kids, and of course they want to include, like, plot points and stuff that, kids are going to relate to, and being afraid of the dentist is an obvious pick. But I feel like they could have done it in a more interesting way. It just felt like very generic. It just felt like they didn't do much of anything with it. Um, I do appreciate that Dr. Enamel was, actually credited as being voiced by Fozzie Bear instead of, like, the actual voice actor. Like, we actually credited the Muppet as being the voice. I think that's fun. Um, that's just needlessly funny. But that's like the best part of the segment, honestly. Everything else was just super generic. And then the second segment, we got the return of Andromeda and her conspiracies and everything. And her and Tilly decide to have a sleepover, but Cricket, comes over, and because he can't sleep without Tilly's snoring acting as like white noise to him. And I understand like that Cricket's inclusion like kind of fit in with the scary movie they were watching, The Slumber Slayer. But Cricket felt entirely out of place to me otherwise, and felt like his entire B plot was completely unnecessary. You know what it felt like? It felt like they forced Cricket in there. They shoehorned him into the episode because they felt like they had to have him in there. I don't know if like it was a what would you call it? If it was a mandate from the studio, like, oh, Cricket's the main character, he has to be in every episode, we're trying to market this towards mainly boys or something like that. I don't know. But I feel like the segment would have worked better if Cricket just weren't in it after Tilly left. After Tilly left to go to Andromeda's, I feel like Cricket should have been completely gone from the rest of the episode. And it should have just entirely focused on Tilly and Andromeda. And they're trying to stay up all night for the sake of gaining psychic powers. Which is still not that interesting, because we know it's not going to work, because we know it's not a thing. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, kids will try to stay up all night during sleepovers. Like, yeah, that's, again, a relatable thing. But nothing else about the episode is really that fascinating. I would say the best part was the horror movie, The Slumber Slayer. Like, specifically, not that they were watching it, but what was on it. Like, the actual, like, fake horror movie itself. That was the best part of the segment, and honestly, of the episode. Um, but other than that, the episode was just kind of like, just a couple of kids trying to stay up all night during a sleepover. Whatever. It just didn't interest me or fascinate me as much as it could have. And it just feels like this entire episode was made to have, like, again, the most, like, generically relatable ideas for kids, for its child demographic. It's not as interesting, it's not as exciting, it's not as fun. It's just comparatively kind of boring, if I'm being completely honest. There's just so many better episodes, so many better segments, and this one just neither of these two just did it for me. But they're not wholly bad. Like I said, they're just kind of mid-tier for me. Not bad, not good. So, yeah. Take that what you will. But I don't really have anything else to say either. That's just how little this episode did for me. So tell me your thoughts down below, and thank you so much as always for tuning in. I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.